Well, Mark Pope and Kentucky basketball pick up a marquee win against Tom Izzo and the Spartans in the Champions Classic. Well, we break it all down here on episode 88 of the Big Blue Breakdown.
Bet you didn't know there's a place where Kentucky football and basketball fans unite. Welcome to Big Blue Breakdown. Whether you bleed blue or just love a good game, we've got the latest stories, hottest takes, and a whole lot of hometown pride. Hit play and join the conversation. This is your home for all things Kentucky sports.
Welcome in, everybody, to episode 88 here on the Big Blue Breakdown. I appreciate you guys tuning here and listening to this one. If you guys already haven't, help us out here on YouTube by subscribing, liking, and commenting and sharing. It's the best way to help the channel grow. I appreciate all the support recently. I think we're at 122 subscribers. It's been awesome the last couple of weeks. I appreciate you guys. Also, go check us out on Spotify. Make sure to follow us there. Comment and share. It's also the best way to help there on Spotify. And then go check us out on social media on TikTok, X, and Instagram. You're missing extra content if you don't do that. The at there to go find us on social media is BigBlue_Beatdown. In today's episode, we'll be breaking down Kentucky versus Michigan State in the Champions Classic game. I'm so excited to break this down because this is another opportunity for the Cats to prove themselves, to kind of get this monkey off of their back about all the injuries they have had, which I know they cannot help. Jalen Lowe is out in this game. I want to preface that before we dive into this and get the monkey off their back from the Louisville game. Obviously, they beat a very, very bad Eastern Illinois team. And going into this game, Michigan State ranked 17th per AP poll. That came out today, guys. The new updated AP poll came out today. Kentucky ranks 12th. They dropped from 9th to 12th. And no. Yeah, was it 9th to 12th? I think it was. Well, we might have moved up like 2 or something. I think we dropped a couple. I think we maybe at 8 or 7. 7 to 9, I think is where we were. But Michigan State stays at 17. So we're going to get into all the KenPom numbers, which actually differs so much from what the AP poll thinks. So I'm going to trust the analytical site a little bit more than I will the AP poll. Before we dive into all of this and I give you my preview and I give you my prediction of this game, we're going to go and take a quick break. I'll tell you about our friends over at W Energy. I appreciate you guys tuning in here to this one, and we will break this all down once we get back. I appreciate you guys tuning in to episode 88 here, and make sure to use code BIGBLUE10 to get 10% off your order every time you use it for W. Hello, everybody. We wanted to take a break in this episode to tell you about our friends over at W Energy. W is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or angst like any other energy drink. Some facts about W. Number 1, it's zero sugar, artificial colors, or dyes, or hidden ingredients. It is also gluten-free. Number 2, all flavors are unique and custom made by W. You'll never taste anything like a W drink. Number 3, the drinks are $1 or less, guys. That is cheaper than Starbucks or any canned drink. Lastly, it is made in the U.S. It is close to home. Guys, if you guys are looking forward to going to a Kentucky football game or Kentucky basketball game and you need some energy, get W. W is the perfect thing for you working out and you need some energy. You need W. You need W throughout the day. It is for you. Use promo code BIGBLUE10 to get 10% off every single order. Guys, it not only just helps you guys be able to have a clean energy drink that you can use all the time with the tubs that they give you. It helps me and it helps the channel keep growing with you guys. If you guys do that, it helps us post more content and helps them, guys. So it's a win-win-win for everybody. But thank you guys so much for your time here. Please go check out W. Check out their website. And when you are about to purchase something, use promo code BIGBLUE10 to get 10% off your order. Welcome back into episode 88, guys. So let's go ahead and break down this matchup between Kentucky versus Michigan State. At the very end, I will give my prediction. So the line come in here coming into this game, per KenPom, is Kentucky has a 73% chance to win this basketball game. It gives Kentucky the 80-73 advantage in this basketball game. So the analytical site gives Kentucky a 7-point win against Michigan State in the Champions Classic. Obviously, that's positive to hear analytically. It was pretty spot on about the Louisville game too, which I think that's just really something to look at. It's not very far off usually, and I think that is something for people to look at and to have a confidence around. Have a general confidence around. So Kentucky, per KenPom, has a 73% chance to win this basketball game, and it gives the Cats an 80-73 prediction for this game. So Kentucky going into this one ranks now 4th on KenPom. They rank 82nd adjusted tempo, 8th offense, and 10th defense. They dropped from 1 to 4 after the Louisville loss. So that is that. Still a top 5 team here, which I think is really, really interesting here to look at the analytical site after this. Preface this here, there will be no Jalen Lowe for this game. That is one thing that I think will hurt the Cats going into this one. But per KenPom still really, really loves this team here. They rank 4th on there. On the other side, and it's complete 180 from what the AP poll thinks. AP poll thinks Kentucky is the 12th best team in the country. They believe Michigan State is the 17th best team in the country, but KenPom thinks Kentucky is the 4th best team in the country analytically, and they give Michigan State the 33rd best team in the country on KenPom. This team is 3-0. They beat Arkansas, who ranks 35th in KenPom. So they're not saying their win against supposedly a solid opponent who they have played really isn't that off the charts good as was like a Louisville, who I believe they're not above Kentucky, but I mean they're solid. I want to see if I can get this pulled up here on what Louisville is actually on KenPomery. Louisville ranks 10th in KenPom, so big difference between them winning by 3 against Arkansas at home, who ranks 35th on KenPom, and Kentucky losing by, 9 maybe? I don't even remember the final score, to per KenPom, a top 10 team on the road in Louisville. So I think that's really, really interesting to be looking at here, and maybe their win wasn't that impressive. It was an 8-point loss for the Cats. So maybe it wasn't that impressive overall for Michigan State to pick up their win against Arkansas. That is looking at the numbers. So yes, I do think Arkansas is a pretty good team this year. They're solid. They have good players. Analytically, KenPom doesn't love them going into this year. They do rank, this is Michigan State, 57th offense in the country, 14th defense in the country with a 268th adjusted tempo. This team wants to slow the tempo down, while Kentucky has the 82nd, wants to speed the game up. And you can see that when we dive into what this team wants to do and what they have done so far this year. So I want to go ahead and look at the players, their key players for Michigan State, what they've done this year, and then we will jump into what this team is, how they want to play, what they want to do schematically in this game with Tom Izzo. Yes, this is a prototypical Tom Izzo team. Athletic, physical, but they are missing a couple guys. A good shooting guard. They are missing a go-to scorer right now for this team, or an elite scorer. Let me say that, an elite scorer. That's what they're missing right now, and he's even said, like Tom Izzo has made the statement that if they play like they did in their last game against Colgate, maybe it was Colgate, I don't even know who it was, but that they dropped a 24-point lead to them, and he said, like, if we play like this against Kentucky, they're gonna get beat. So take that as you will with Mark Pope's quotes about he's not as far along as he wants to be with this team. Again, take all this how you will. Okay. Key players here for Michigan State. Jackson Kohler, forward, 14.3 points per game, 13.3 rebounds, 30.7 minutes a game from him, plays a lot of time. He is shooting 80% from the charity strike. Carson Cooper, center, 12 points per game, 5 rebounds, 59.1% from the field, which is really, really good. Almost shooting 60% from the field. I'm just going to go ahead and give this to you. This team wants to shoot shots on the inside. They want to shoot easy 2-point shots. They want to get to the mid-range. That's where they're going to live. Numbers-wise, Kentucky's really, really good at defending the 2-point shot. Like 12th in the country at defending the 2-point shot. So schematically, this is setting up really, really well for the Cats. Then they have Cohen Carr, an athletic freak. Can go look him up on SportsCenter top 10 as many times as you like. He's probably going to be on there a lot. But let's look at his actual production, except for big plays. He is averaging 11.7 points per game, 5 rebounds, 3.3 assists, 64.3% from the free throw line. So struggling from the free throw line here. And you'll see a common denominator throughout about this team and their shooting ability. He does average 56.5% from the field. So again, a guy that wants to get those easy 2-point shots, those easy layups, those easy dunks, those high percentage shots inside the paint, and not a lot of volume from 3. Jeremy Fears, yes, he is kin. He is his brother to Jeremiah Fears. Played at Oklahoma last year. Gave Kentucky a lot of fits last year. You remember him from the game at Oklahoma and the SEC game, the SEC tournament game against Oklahoma. He averages 11 points per game, 4.3 rebounds. This is where he personally can hurt any team, right? He can hurt any team with this here. 9.3 assists per game. He shoots 37.5% from 3, which is solid. He is the second best 3-point percentage-wise. He's the second best 3-point shooter on this team. We move on to Cam Ward, forward, 10 points per game, 6 rebounds, 36.4% from the free throw line. Terrible. But he is shooting 62% from the field. Excuse me, I get a drink of water here. So, as you see, just looking at these guys here, these key players I just named, what was that, 5 key players here? Maybe 2? Yeah, 5, excuse me. None of them are amazing 3-point shooters. None of them are elite shooters. Jackson Kohler does give me some scares that he is averaging double a game, 80% from the charity strike. Right? This team likes to get it on the inside and get those easy 2-point shots. Not a high-octane offense at all. Jeremy Fears, he does not have another guy to really be with him in the backcourt. We'll go through this here in a minute with how this team wants to play, but this team is front court dominated. I mean, absolutely 1,000%. This team is front court dominated. I think Kentucky's guards are going to be schematically able to give this team a lot of fits in this game. And don't let the 11 points per game from Jeremy Fears fool you. Don't let it fool you. Because he had his high last game against a not-so-great team, I think it was Colgate, where he had 15 points, career high. Just want to throw that out there. Don't let that 11 points fool you. Do let that 9.3 assists a game really set in. He's an amazing passer, amazing facilitator. That's where he can really beat you by himself. This team defensively is pretty good. 14th defensive ranking. Very, very solid defense. Very, very solid defense. That's where they make their money. That and getting rebounds. So as we do this here, as we dive into this team here, they are averaging only 76 points per game. They have played one true competitor really in Arkansas. Same as Kentucky playing Louisville, where they had other easier matchups, and they're only averaging 76 points per game. Guys, I'm going to say it blandly clear here. This is a bad shooting team. This is a terrible shooting this team is terrible at shooting. It's crazy how bad they are. They shoot 67% from the charity strike, 21.7 from three. They're shooting 21% from three. Okay? And this is the stat that bothers me this would bother me if I am a Michigan State fan going into this one, or just even looking out at the rest of the year. This is what would bother me. 4 is the number here. Only 4 players have hit a three-point shot this year for Michigan State. Only 4. 4 players have hit a three-point shot this year for Michigan State. That is unbelievably bad, while they shoot 21.7% from three. Their best 3 points per excuse me. Their best 3-point shooter is Kerr Ting, who's shooting 40% from three. He's shooting 40% per three, which is amazingly good. He's only averaging 5.3 points per game and maybe getting 9 to 10 minutes a game. So he's only hitting about 1 3 per game. Statistically, he is the best 3-point shooter on this team. Not great there. Now, I told you how these guys individually have pretty good field goal percentages because they want to get those easy twos, as I've been saying. They want to get those easy buckets inside the paint, those easy dunks, those easy layups, as we see, right? This team is only shooting 43.6% from the field, okay? To simply put it. So, as an overall unit here, this team is they cannot shoot outside. They cannot shoot the three. They cannot shoot. This team is not going to spread you out and shoot the basketball. They just can't do it. Okay, this is not the team that's going to be able to do that. That plays in Kentucky's favor majorly because we've seen the opposing struggles of them playing a really, really good shooting team in Louisville and absolutely getting demolished in that aspect. So we see an opposite trait here in this team where Kentucky inside is going to be able to, I think, really pack the paint and make this team beat you from the outside, which they are god-awful at. Excuse me. Gotta get another drink of water here. Okay. I've ranted a lot about this team being a terrible shooting team, only shooting 67% from the charity strike. On the other hand, on the positive notes here for this team is a good rebounding team, guys. This team is a good rebounding team. They're averaging 45.7 rebounds a game. Okay? They're physical, and they are athletic. They have good defense. Okay? They do. Another negative thing here. Yes, they're physical. They're athletic. They're a solid defensive team. They're a good rebounding team. They're good. They're solid at getting those easy twos. Overall, they are not a good offense because they cannot shoot the outside shot and they cannot knock it down from the charity strike. So they are one-dimensional on offense. Another thing that makes them not good on offense is they turn the ball over way too much. They turn the ball over way too much. They average 11 turnovers a game. Not only do they turn it over on offense, they have one thing that they do well on offense. They are one-dimensional there. The worst factor is they want to make this a half-court offense. They want to make this a half-court game to go slow. What I think a team like this would want to do is to push the pace a little bit, get you going up and down so they have more opportunities to make these layups, to make these in transition points, to kind of cheat their way to a little bit more points. But no, they want to make it a half-court game. They want to make it rough and do that, and that has hurt them, to be honest. They're not a good shooting team. They're one-dimensional offense. They turn the ball over a lot. I understand what Ken Palm's saying here. Now, this isn't this isn't Eastern Illinois, guys. This team has athletes that can play. Cohen Carr can play. Jeremy Fears can play. Jackson Kohler can play. Carson Cooper can play. No, they're not great at shooting, but they can get to the basket and they can make tough buckets. They are a Big Ten team that is going to make the tournament and can make the Sweet 16. That's the type of team that they are, but they have some major, major issues, and that's why they probably won't make it further into the tournament than that. They are a good team with some issues, with a lot of major concerning issues on the offense side of the ball, and it all deals with shooting and turning it over. And I would think they would want to push it. They don't want to push it, which is ultimately hurting them. Okay, before we dive in Kentucky side of this, what they need to do, who needs to step up, and then at the end, I'll give my prediction, and we're going to go and give a quick word over to our friends at Bluegrass Elite. Make sure to use code BIGBLUE10 to get 10% off every time you use that over there. Great apparel. Make sure to go check them out. Let's give them a quick word here. All right, real quick before we keep going, I've got to tell you about our new partners over at Bluegrass Elite. They've got some really nice Kentucky gear, clean designs, stuff that actually looks good on game days. I've been checking out some of their shirts and hoodies myself, and the cool thing is they're hooking y'all up with 15% off every single time you order. Just use my code BBB15 at checkout. So if you want to rep the Cats and save a little money while doing it, hit that link down in the description of this video. Guys, go check them out. Really, really good gear over there. Make sure to use my promo code BBB15 to get 15% off your order every time you use it. Let's go back to the episode. Alrighty, guys, welcome back into episode 88 here in the last sort of segment, last part of this episode, as we will dive into Kentucky side of this here. So there will be no Jalen Lowe in this game. Obviously, no JQ in this one as well. Hopefully getting their return sooner than later. We'll continue to keep you guys updated on them too. So what needs to happen in this game for the Cats for them to win? Jasper needs to step into a bigger role in this one. Obviously, no Lowe. I think we got a really, really good practice for him against Eastern Illinois to be running that point. He leads the team currently in assists. He had a lot of assists in that game. Only 2 turnovers for him in that game. Thought he ran the offense very, very well and was a very, very good distributor. Obviously, he won't fill Lowe's shoes in that way, but he gives you a solid option there once Denzel Aberdeen comes out of the game. He has to be able to step up. He has to make plays in this one and fill the void of Lowe, which I think can push Kentucky to a win here with even 50% of that production from Lowe being replaced. Okay, front court needs to be solid, and that's where Kentucky is going to be tested the most. You see Jackson Kohler. I mean, I would say even Cohen Carr probably plays that power forward, small forward position. Cohen Carr, Jackson Kohler, Carson Cooper, Cam Ward. You see all these guys, these are their main players, and then you see Jeremy Fears, who is their lead guard and really the only threat that I see in that backcourt. So the front court needs to have a solid game. Brandon Garrison and Malachi need to step up in this one and have another solid game. I think Mo Diabate is going to play a major part in this, even with their front court being their strength of their team and where their points come from and getting their easy 2-point shots. I still think Kentucky has the advantage on the inside, that we are deeper there. I think I think we're going to be able to rebound with them, and I think we're going to be able to defend on the inside like we have done all year there. I think we'll be able to produce a good amount of points there as well. And I think if we were just able to be equal with them, I think even equal and possibly even better than them there, I think Kentucky wins this basketball game. That's because the guard play could be dominant in this one for the Cats. Ortega needs to step up in this one. He's been lackadaisical. I'm not overreacting too much to it. What he needs to do, his shot selection has been poor all year. He needs to take it to the hoop. He's the best player on the floor in this game. He needs to start. He needs to be that for us. He needs to step up. If he steps up, we have the production from Denzel now. We have the production from Colin. We have Trent Noah playing well now. He's going to be able to knock down shots for us. Cam has been playing well. We have that we have those roles filled here nice, and Jasper could step up into a bigger role here and have a good game. We need to have our best player be our best player in Otega Owe. That's what I want to say from him there. Kentucky in this game, we need to shoot 35% from three. I think three guys can step up and be knockdown shooters for us. And three is a lot, guys. I want to say three is a lot. I think Otega can knock one down. I think Denzel can knock one down. I think Jasper can knock one down. But I think if these three guys are open, they're going to knock them down. And that makes us really, really dangerous. And one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country is if Cam Williams is able to knock down his open shots, Trent Noah, who is amazing three-point shooter, and Colin Chandler, who has been the best three-point shooter in the SEC so far, have those guys fill that void and have 5 threes from them and combine. And we have a legit offense because now we have guys that the presence of BG on the inside and Malachi and Mo. Then you have these knockdown shooters in Cam, Colin, and even Jasper, right? Even Jasper, but Jasper can also get to the rim. Trent being the knockdown shooter. Denzel can get to the rim. Otay can get to the rim. That's the main points. You would just really, I think you would spread everything out. You could be dominant in any area on offense. I think the defense needs to be better this game. I think it will be with such a bad offense from Michigan State. A key to this game, I didn't use these keys right here for Kentucky on this side here, but something in general, like, obviously, we need these guys to step up and play this role. We got to hit 35% from 3. But to look at the other team and say, okay, what they do good, and then like to kind of compare here, okay, so this is what Kentucky needs to do against Michigan State. Well, this is the thing here. Push the pace, make them play from behind. If Kentucky gets up early in this game, I don't see any shot with how Michigan State's offense is and their lack of ability to hit the three-point shot to come back and make this a ball game. If Kentucky gets up early and they're able to push the pace, they win this game. That leads me to my prediction here. Kentucky will win this basketball game 82-74. My MVP. I am what's the word? Speaking it into existence, manifesting it, as some would say. Give me Otega Owe. He breaks out of whatever this little slump he's in, and was the Otega Owe of the past, and becomes our best player. And with him doing that, he raises Kentucky to be better than what we have been. And then once we add these guys from being injured, we become the team that we thought we were in the offseason. I believe this gets the monkey off the back from Kentucky, and we finally start to flip and to see what this Kentucky team really is. Give me Otega Owe to be the MVP in this one. Kentucky wins 82-74, a 8-point win for the Cats in this one. I think they're going to be able to do too much in the guard play. I think they're going to be able to dominate on the defensive end and make them play from behind. And I think we're going to be able to do enough from three-point land in this one to beat this Michigan State team. Again, push the pace, make them play from behind. I appreciate you guys tuning into this episode 88, as we break down this one. Catch you guys tomorrow for the review episode. Appreciate you guys tuning in to this one. And as always, go Cats.